justice. So anyways, now we're just going to talk like normal and really attempt to do stuff. And we're going to reach the 15% mark on the computer update. And we're going to enter that. And yata. And boom, we're in a normal recording setup that isn't panicking. Yay. It's a beautiful power. I'm just trying to get the hair aligned nicely again. It's hard to do. So then from there, we might want to have like a screen recorder. That might be a good idea to get sometime. We're trying to do stuff. I don't need to open the news. Close that. I think we can close those fine. If we go to Google Drive, we could probably download the 2 photos I just took so that they can reach both sides of the coins that they need to be on. So we need to go to, no, we're on the right track. So to go back, and yes, I'm not too distracted by it, I'd say. Wait a minute, am I on the wrong account? I am, let's fix that. Okay. Let's try to go by date modified. Is it near 412? I don't know. Pretty interesting stuff, isn't it? The ability to record things is interesting. I'm trying firsthand, it's trying to talk through things. One cannot see the stuff going on down there without being able to like record one's screen. So to record a tablet screen is an interesting process. But anyways, I'm thinking we download this image. Wait, no, download. And download. We keep going down the lineup. Let's go to gallery. I'm looking to the gallery power. 30% there on the computer. This is not stressful when in a natural environment. Oops. Hold on. While making it feel natural, my ability to talk to myself is finally being utilized. And it feels great. I can't help but notice that the add albums. So we're going to want to add digital frame, gotcha, GIF. Not GIF, sorry, GIF is how I pronounce those. Print, sketch, sprite, video. Believe we add those. And then through that, okay, pictures is separated. Yep, that's how it should be. Okay, and from there, my hair is a mess to deal with. Have you ever heard the song Hair by the Castles? It's kind of one of my things that I like to consider like a theme song. Anyways, well, there goes my hat. Let's put that back on. So the ability to do this is really a bit of a 97% there. That's cool. So by fixing that up, we have unlocked the power that can lead to things, I'm sure. How would one record one's tablet screen is a good question too. And from there, we are literally just going to take those, I'm going to move those to the album that I have dubbed Sketch, as they are sketches. And as sketches, I have a plan of like something to do with those. Something like Throwback Thursdays, a thought process that I'm trying to go for. There's essentially a plan in which I would take old sketches and according to a source that can help me figure things out. That is not of website, but of biological nature, as in they are living and not robotic. My point being simply just like, I was given the advice of trying to do 25 is a good number. So I'm thinking about 25 old sketches in a bit of a slideshow presentation that auto-scrolls itself as a short on certain Thursdays, to call it like Throwback Thursday, to kind of allow me to advertise my older works, which are pretty much all bland, but also is like, that's what I would call my standard. My standard is not the rendered works that I've been working on lately. That is above my standard level of detail. I am not that much of a masterful artist. I am only one who loves to create with the brain of an ADHD member. Because, yes, exactly. And from there, we have the powers we need. Put the hat back on, and the thing has loaded up. I feel like the hair is still bothering me underneath the headphones. I'm sorry if this is like super loud, I don't know. This is one of my first times doing this. That is the wrong computer. Okay, so from there, I'm gonna hopefully do a little Google search and figure out something about like recording tablet screen. That'd be kind of cool. Let's remove that from the home because that doesn't need to belong there. Let's open up Google. I'm gonna try to like open all 3 of my Google accounts. Keep the consistency working in my favor. Put them all in like full screen position. There we go. Nice. From there we just I am a loud person, I'm sure. Let's do a Google search here. Maybe not on that specific account. Let's need to switch that up a bit. So let's go to this, and then let's try to absorb the commentary that I spout out randomly, and let's search up how to, or can the Galaxy tablet screen record itself without monetary without monetary investment. Kind of feels like stream, except I don't have that ability yet. Oh, monetary. Oh wait. I switched tabs without realizing. Monetary requirements. Close that new tab I accidentally opened up. It can using the built-in features, so you'd have to go down to the quick settings panel. And then you would go to the screen recorder icon. It may not be visible. The 3-dot menu. So let's look for screen recorder. Ooh. Media and mic. Should it share taps and touches? Maybe. That might be a cool idea, I don't know. This may be a great way to get the digital tablet working well for this. This is all a new adventure for the everyone who would even dare try to watch something like this. As I ramble on, that's something I'm good at. Right, so now that we're back here where we started in the morning, and except we have guests, of course. Really, I don't quite see just yourself. I mean, I guess the power is kind of notable. There is a presence that could be among us. No, not really. There's no actual presence. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if we could have people that could be there for a freshly budding YouTuber who's try to do stuff for content creation. Because he likes to create things. That's just kind of his thing that he likes to do with his life. So from here we can share all things like binders of art that I've been working on. Other stuff. So let's try to start recording. This is interesting. And now I can go to here, go to Ibis. And we can try to could look at a few things here. Interesting. So let's open up a regular thing here, and from there we just we draw something like that, and we just draw a circle for some reason, you know, just to kind of get the feel of the digital page that I'm working on, I guess. And then we can do stuff like maybe we go to, and my hair is just I fidget a lot. My hair is like a victim of fidgeting. My apologies, especially if I've blown out everyone's eardrums somehow. I don't know. There's nobody actually here, but as long as this is not that bad actually. When you're not trying to script a speech of sorts, it's much easier to get into a flow that is comfortable and nice to work with. I'm trying to put a fedora that I love so much over my own headset, and my trademark sweat skirt below me. Oh yes. Okay, so let's reset all the pens, all the brushes. That's what they're called brushes. That way we can at least start on a fresh new slate. Let's go to the Genius Pen. That's like a pencil based on some research from the Google Summary AI. I use that a lot for learning things. Don't generate my own art that way. That's not how this works. I use it as a coach on something, because I'm sure this isn't too hard to relate to, but I'm not a tutorial person. I kind of love the idea of getting to go and start moving on something. I'm not very fond of the idea of sitting in front of a tutorial for so long. So as such, I don't really watch full-length videos. Also, it feels uncomfortable watching a new person for the first time, so yeah, there are multiple things there. So from there, we have just unlocked the powers of other things. I wonder if we could get music in the background somehow. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if I can though. That'd be interesting if I could. Of course, that would be copyrighted audio, I would assume. And so from there, we're gonna want to draw a stick figure body there. Yep. Yeah. I'm just concepting, really. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm just concepting poses that would be great for this guy. This is me again, of course. We're doing me again. It's always him. Why? Because I love my avatar of myself. I don't know. I actually don't think there's much to be explained. It's pretty self-evident when you really think about it for not that long. You kind of realize, oh, it kind of makes sense that drawing your avatar of yourself a lot, it kind of just makes sense. And that's how you get to this kind of logic. So we're gonna draw a yippee X stance, and from there we're gonna take this yippee X stance, we're gonna shrink it and take another layer. But first we're going to go back to that last layer. We're going to put Yippee X stance. Just like really get that down. And from there, we continue. Lots of things to do. Trying to get the video game to record might be a thing that I could do now. That's cool. I don't want to share my kind of personal film, but that's through the power of editing that we could learn this, but I'm also not a great editor at all. Still trying to figure things out. So my apologies. So that's kind of based off of how I would react after seeing someone that I haven't seen in a long time. Or if I've really grown attached to like a teacher or a mentor of sorts. So it's like, there's like one specific teacher or mentor that this happened, and I just like greet them every morning with such a jump. Kind of a star jump, I would say, if I had to describe it. I love to pretend to be a cute girl for some reason. And just the star jump is very characteristic of it. I like doing the cute poses of things. I don't know why, but I do. And I wear a sweatshirt because it's funny. And also, men have the power to wear anything they want, I feel like. I feel like the idea of being embarrassed of wearing a skirt is one of those things that I'd like to change. And I thought of that one day during lunch. And yes, ever since, the sweatshirt has been born and has existed for a while now. As such, my voice runs a bit dry, of course, but that's alright. So now we get to listen to me talk to myself, and through that, everybody gets to hear my thoughts. That's beautiful. This is how I usually think of myself. Like, I've come to the conclusion that I sound like a YouTuber a lot when I'm doing just random stuff. It's kind of interesting. I'm starting to get the hang of this idea that, yeah, just like not paying attention to the fact of the recording. It changes like everything. I also just realized I failed again. Let's try that again. So from there, we draw another circle head thing. Now, something I'm thinking of is like, I'm trying to figure out what would be another good like pose. There's been a pose that I've been trying to make, really trying hard. It's not been an easy task of trying to do it at all. It's that, like, you know, yippee, but with like, you know what, let's do the Amy Rose Sonic CD animation pose, because that's one I like to do as well in real life. Yes, I'm not joking. This is a real life situation here. I'm not joking about like the fact that I like to do the Amy Rose pose from that pose idle animation from Sonic CD. Another idle animation I like to do is the Roddy Tops animation. I mean, I've made a document reference. It's called Rotten Tops Reference Doc, and its point is to help me guide myself through the steps to make such a dance possible. So I seem to remember something like this. That's not quite there. So we want to make like, yeah, I think that's more accurate there. And you know what? I'm thinking we need to like cut the head off and the neck off, and we're gonna try again to put the neck on the body correctly. But also we're gonna make it look endearing, cause yes, yeah. Just like looking down at the floor, like, it's cute. Cutesy, Amy Rose Sonic CD idol. We'll just put that there because, like, this is what that's inspired by. And as such, it's a good idea to put that there, especially since that helps realize what exactly this stick figure is. I'm hoping that this turns out okay. We're just gonna do some concepting and put some stuff together. I don't quite like understand where this is gonna end up at all, if it ends up anywhere, this is gonna be a confusing mess. Oh yes, the Platinum Mimic has revealed himself to exist, of course. And as such, he's done a job. Interesting. Yes, we went in great depth there. We really did. Beautiful. So yes, this is me. Everybody should get used to me. I want to reveal myself as not a background character. This is my thought process here. By revealing my face and my ability of who I am, I am essentially saying this is who I am, and I'm letting people decide whether or not they want to have anything to do with me. And if they don't, that's up to them. But my point being is just like it helps kind of feel less like a background transparent character or NPC in the background. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to build myself a presence. Because my dream job of being a freelance creator of sorts is unfortunately not very easy when you're not advertising yourself very much. Great. Anybody who's ever watched this video, if it ever reaches that point, who knows? It may never. It's all a question. So I'm thinking we're doing that. We're gonna do the slump pose now. I think that would be fun. We're just trying to do like put that. Right, no. Good to go with like the Roddy Top style. Yeah. And then no, that's too weird. So let's do like that. And by that, sorry for the running news, I'm sorry. Alright, so from there, we're gonna cut it off again because I failed to draw legs. Alright, so we're gonna try to draw a buckling knee inwards like the Roddy Top's idle animation states. And kind of saw the Roddy Top's idle animation with this pose. That's kind of my thought. That's my process here. And we're probably gonna name it as such too, just to like further point home that idea. Now, it'd be interesting to figure out like what these responses tie into emotions as. Like, to be fair, these don't work well as just emotions. They really kind of like work best at like pose references. But like the idea is to find iconic poses for this character. And this would be the Roddy Top's like shuffle a bit. Be Roddy Top's shuffle. The idea is simply just like get an idea down for a pose for me again. That is the whole point that we're going for. Alright, let's go for another one. I'm thinking this time we're going to draw... We're not going to do anything fancy, I don't think, today. At all. I don't think I would even do this very often. This is a testing run. This is a very much testing run. I'm testing a lot of things. Testing sound, testing recording, testing thumbnails. Just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. It's really what I'm working on. So, I want to do that one Monica pose that she does in DDLC Literature Club. Because I just realized I just drew that character. And I don't know if anybody's seen that. Be great to check out my playlist I've made. I've made a playlist. It's full of essentially everything I posted ever on this channel. Another thing you could do is check out like the Muzak of the Mimic playlist. None of them are posted by me. They're not like my videos at all. They are the works of other creators on YouTube. But I just, like, if you ever want to know, like, what I like to listen to, it's a great way to learn what I like to listen to. If you ever want to get to know me and, like, my interests, like, a lot of my stuff that I like to listen to count as my interests. Oldies, anime that I've watched, video games that I've played, notable experiences, or like, I mean, oldies is, like, a notable thing. Like, you'll find some oldies in there And that is kind of a little bit of a hint of the fact that I like the oldies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe. I don't quite fully remember. I am failing miserably. Doing the thing I do best is failing miserably. Now we're at 25 minutes, and my PC fell back asleep. This is so interesting. Very confused as to, like, what I think about it. This is a very interesting experience, for sure. So I'm thinking, so Monica has, like, this thing. However, like, where do her legs likely bend to make that pose? Maybe it's, like, there, I think. Maybe. Let's try it. I think maybe I'm getting somewhere, but also I think maybe I'm not. It's kind of where I'm at. So let's just remove that. Try again with like that in general. And then from there we want to like, okay, hold on. I just realized we need to lean in further. This we're going to build this from the bottom up instead of from the up bottom. That was not well put together. Apologies. So essentially what I'm saying is, like, instead of my initial plan, we need to no, that's too glum. We wanted to have like a little bit of a, we want to have it a bit of a lean in. We want to make it look like he's like leaning in and being like, how you doing? Okay, I didn't go further enough. We need to go a little bit further in. Yes, there we go. Okay, yeah, that looks more correct. Then you put the face in, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, hold on. I'm silly. We want to go a little bit lower. No. We want to go a little bit lower, and we want to put the head a bit higher. And the idea will then sell that like swoop. And also, shoulders better sold. Overall, the entire drawing is better sold. So this would be the Monica pose. We'll call this the Monica lean. This is a very small pose. I'm looking at it now. We're gonna want to like bigify it, reposition it. I think we're gonna call this the Monica lean, and we're gonna like rotate it, bigify it, make it at least comparable to the rest of the group, which is members such as the infamous stuff there. Yeah. Anyways, and then from there we're gonna get working on another one. So let's do, I think, two more maybe. I do need to like get started on like testing out other things, so like figuring out whether or not combining this audio and footage works very well. That'd be cool. If I got like both cameras to work, then that would also be really cool. So yeah, I don't have the ability to play video games for YouTube living, unfortunately. Maybe I do, I don't know. It's actually more of a question now than I think about it, and I thought it had been. Let's try to rotate that head just a little bit more. We'll put that there. And we're gonna go down and kind of want a snake. We're doing a snake character here. And we're gonna want to have a zigzag. We're gonna do a zigzag. And so that way, it's like a bit of a pin. But anyways, it'll allow things to work very much better in certain cases. So this would be the Anka slash snake slither. No, this would be snake cat slither. Other than that, we just doing stuff like that, yeah. Just like trying to do poses. So apologies for the runniness again. So I'm thinking we need to do the classic happy-go-lucky pose. I'm thinking, like, I'm really wanting to do that. Where, like, they lean over, and they've got, like, their other foot like that, and not foot, I meant leg. And then from there, you got, like, so excited, so they have, like, their heads, like, looking up, like, happy. It's overall, like, I could do some voice acting of different things. Not wanting to be, like, a full-time voice actor, ever. But, like, you kind of get the idea that I like to do different voices. Like this one. Or like this one. Or like this one, which is not great. So it's a work in progress still. Other than that, we want to do, like, we should do some of, like, the Shantae poses. Those would be cool. I think that'd be a cool idea. So the classic cutesy lean pose. Call that classic cutesy lean pose. Cutesy lean pose. And yes, this is me again we're talking about. This is the guy that I used to represent me if I were to draw him. And he's doing all these cutesy poses. Because that's just really who he's great. That's a great way to look at him. Not like how I had been looking at him. I'd been thinking of him as a bit too calm and collected, I think. And I realized he's a bit more bubbly than that. Because he's like me. And I'm a very curious person. I grew up on things like Curious George. That was the childhood show for me. So, like, you kind of see the reasons for why maybe, just maybe, being all calm and collected in Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, Sonic is cool and collected, and my character can be like that. But also, he's also very much so a bubbly character, and somewhat fiery, I guess, maybe. Sorry again for the snot. I gotta stop doing that. But anyways, we're gonna draw another pose. This is gonna get boring, I'm sure, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bore people then. Trying to show my confidence. It's okay. We could put music in later, I guess. Everybody played the Shantae series. I didn't mean to leave that. Yes, there was Monica there. Yes, I did use Monica as a template to do something. And you can see that in the last video I likely posted. Maybe not, though. Who knows? This may not even become a video in the end. This is all up to, like, debate. Okay, what was I thinking of again? We did the Monica, the Roddy Tops, the Anka, the Amy. If I were to, like, tie these to characters. Another cutesy pose. Maybe we need to do, like, we need to do another one of those, like, we need to do a more cool pose again. Let's see if I, interestingly, the Roddy Tops one kind of looks similar to the, let's try, like, oh wait, no, never mind, we gotta go to the Roddy Tops layer. Hold on, stop leaving that. Where's that one? Okay, I found it. Okay. Let's tilt the shoulder up just like with Roddy Tops herself. Do. I wonder if anybody else can do the Roddy Tops idle animation dance. Anyone else like to do that in their spare time? Because I do. Sometimes. Not all the time, though. You kind of have to stand still. And as an ADHD individual with autism on the top of that, kind of have a hard time moving almost nothing. Like, I find pacing so much more enjoyable than standing in one place just to make an animation happen. It's kind of a thing. So I'm thinking we've got to do, like, his parading march. That'd be kind of cool. Now, controversy may be afoot with this one, but I didn't realize the connotations my usual march could be seen as. I'm sorry. Don't mean to offend anybody. But this is my Army General March. would say. Hold on, let's fix those arms a bit more. Call it Army General March. And yes. Okay, we're gonna need to actually like reformat the legs. Oh, there goes my laptop screen again. That's alright. We'll continue on without it for now. I do need to sort out my files. That is something I was hoping to do. But I thought I would try this. And so I am. It's interesting how that happens. Okay, so another thing would be the little shy pose. Cause like I may not be shy, but that's not to mean that I don't want to look cute and adorable. Exactly. That's the point. If you haven't caught on to the fact yet, I like to mimic poses. I kind of forget the fact of any kind of connotation though when doing them. Like, I don't know if that's the right word. I've used that in 2 different recording attempts at least so far. I still don't know. So this would be like the book hold pose. Classic shy book hold pose. Oh, we're going to do some of the Shantae poses. Got it. Now this could be a lot of different emotes personally. For one guy. But variety is never... I don't think I've seen too much negative with the idea of variety. Being a variety is a good thing. A lot of individual minds with different ideas can come together to make something great. If you're all working on the same project with the same skill set, it's not going to go as well. So, from there, we get to move on to the Santa poses that I literally was just forgetting all over again. I've forgotten them how many times now? Okay, hold on. Let's try to rotate them. Beautiful. Okay, this would be the star pose. It's infamous right now. But, yeah, I'm the kind of person that does those kinds of poses for the sake of doing iconic but dramatic and spontaneous poses. Just can't do anything better than that. That's peak life right there. I'm joking, clear, but maybe not as clearly as I think I am. But other than that, other than the fact that I just literally lost like all of the previously built up arms through the backspace, now I feel like I'm moving too forward. There's too much of a forward swoop with these, and I feel like I don't like that. Yes, I will have the arms there to help, like, guide the idea. The idea is to get the idea down. Wait a minute. I just realized, oops, sorry, don't mean to open that again. We want to make this, yes. Star Shantae pose. Star Shantae pose. I don't know if that's a great way of putting it, but you know what? I'm just gonna call it that for now and move on. GlitterForce. Yeah, GlitterForce. The idea is dramatic posing, and I'm hoping to do it. So let's do the hopping pose that I have. I've done it a few times. The idea is simple. It's kind of just like an in-motion scene. Other than that, it's kind of like, it's pretty basic. The idea is just like have a foot like halfway in the air. The other one's still like stretching through the downwards thing. One arm's reaching high into the sky, and the other one is kind of like spreading out like a bird wing. Kind of gives like the jumping Mario pose, really. It's kind of the Mario pose. Or a dynamic jump. Maybe it would be a better way to put it. I don't know. kind of just up to the person trying to describe it, I guess. A dynamic jump. Through this, we have learned a few things, and it's almost an hour in. That's crazy. We're running out of time for a good long while. My editing skills are not known because I still have a lot to go. So I'm thinking he's got a bit of a lean character to him. Like he's very lean. He's like me. I'm very skinny, and I love it. I love being skinny. But anyways, yeah. He's the kind of guy that would like stretch out one leg like a long way. Would kind of sharpen it downwards at the end there, as well as have the other one just like hanging out there still, not doing much of anything. Actually, I got this wrong. What actually should happen is that there's no tapering and downward end to the one, and the other one does have that. Kind of giving that, like, leaning against the wall vibe. The slump against the wall vibe. Oh, there was the cutesy hair twirl one that I wanted to do, so I'm going to do that one too. Hopefully I haven't destroyed a lot of people's time yet, but I'm just testing things. Let's just be honest here. The thumbnail is probably just going to be the finished product. It's not going to be very catchy, though, and I feel like I need to do something about that. If I had an idea, maybe that would be a good idea. Okay, so the thing about this pose is you kind of want to get a pose where it's like that. And you kind of do like the twiddle thumbs thing, but with legs. Because it's kind of like a oopsie moment. It's kind of an oopsie pose. There's this very oopsie vibe pose going on with that. About the adorable cuteness. Wanted to do it. Adorable oopsie pose. Yeah. All that. And this is me again. I want to remind people because I don't know. I don't know why I do. I just wanted to. So I guess I did. I guess that solves that then. Okay, I made the Star Super Sentai pose a bit too small compared to the others, and I wanted to fix that, so I'm going to. Beautiful. Make it bigger so that it kind of matches with the scale of the others. It's not a perfect scale matchup with the rest, but it'll do. This is almost an hour long of a recording. This is kind of crazy to me. I don't know how people will take this well or not. I'll try. I could put like dokey music in the background, like with like a slight editing, because I feel like it kind of matches it. Like I'm getting dokey vibes. It feels like a great thing for the background. That's just me though. Maybe not for everybody, of course. I'm just pose planning. This one, let's do I'm doing the stretch one here, because I think the idea of a stretch is a good one to go for. It's like kind of like a lightning bolt sort of, and then there's like, hold on, they would have like their legs. One of them would go like that, and the other one would go kind of like just kind of crossing itself, kind of like a crack in the back, just like cracking your back sometimes. I don't know, that idea, you know, that kind of concept. So yeah, beautiful. A platinum mimic. Yes, I'd like to present things that I make. Great to be able to show off all my artwork, which I guess I could like open my Google Drive, but I don't want to. I feel like that'd be a dangerous move. So I'm thinking we're gonna do a little bit of a flutter movement there, and we could call it bend in stretch. That's really what it is. The bend in stretch, called the bend in stretch. We're gonna also like shrink it down a bit so that it's not under the other poses. And we're also gonna move from there to any other kind of. The Monica lean more and more like looks more and more off now that I'm looking at it. But the other things we could do is the classic like bunny ears over eye thing. That one, whatever that pose is actually going by, I don't know. But also, I feel like we could go with something fun for that, and I want to do something fun, so I'm doing something fun. Stop me, ha ha ha. And I'm thinking like they kind of do like they do the butterfly flutter thing again, don't they? That kind of feels right. And then like you make it like they kind of have like their eye has like the bunny ears surrounding them. The funny thing, it's more like a piece, not so much bunny ears. Kind of get the idea though. Piece over eye pose. Oh, uh-oh. Flip the layer horizontal. I don't know how exactly I'm going to make these look any good for like a thumbnail. I'm starting to run out of space. That's nice. I want to do that. That's kind of my goal. I want to fill this paper with enough poses that we can just essentially work on this paper as like the thumbnail somewhat. Or call it a finished product of sorts. Now I'm thinking another thing. I don't know if I've done it already. I did do the stretch. However, akin to the stretch, you've got the airplane. And I feel like that'd be a fun one to do. So let's do like, you have to have one arm in the air and one arm in the lower end. I'll go like, whee! And go to do like the foot tilt thing, because that's fun and cute. We love cute in this case. Why does this guy want to be so cute? Who knows? Why do I want to be so cute is a really better question to ask, because I even don't know the answer. So yeah, beautiful, cute airplane dive. Yay! And then there's one other one we could do potentially. I think this leg is a bit too long, so let's shorten that. Beautiful. So we have room for. Hold on. We're gonna want to first shrink that down just a tad. Wait, no, hold on. I am screen recording in 2 places. This feels so cool. This is a new thing for me, and I'm enjoying it. It's pretty fun. So then move on. We'll do this. Oops. And we're gonna do the pose that I forget what I was doing on. So we're gonna draw that. Something like that, yeah. And then we'll be like, call this like the tuck-in, or maybe the fidget. We'll call this the fidget. Beautiful. That could be taken in different ways, but anyways. The me again character loves to do random poses. Poses that I myself do in real life. Yes, exactly. Now you get it. These are the poses I like to do in my own life. Now we did a airplane pose over there, but there's another airplane, a more traditional airplane, where you just kind of like you lean inwards into the group with like with your airplane wings. We're gonna do that one now, because I find that one kind of funny. Call it airplane lean-in pose. Wait, airplane fly-in pose. And we're going to do that, and from there, we're going to write potential poses of me again. And from there, we're going to remember that this is a transparent background of a thing. And as such, nobody can see anything. And, you know, I have night mode on, and that gives me an idea. And I'm essentially going to make it look like some kind of paper scroll. Because I feel like that'd be a fun idea to go with. Just having some fun. That's really all there is to it. Just have some fun. See what happens. Okay. So then from there, let's go for the... Reset that. Yep. And then go for the watercolor brush. And kind of like, you know, make it a little bit weathered down a bit. And then from there... We're almost there. We're almost at an hour too. That's kind of crazy to me. And we're gonna turn up the red on this little orange here. Never mind. That did not work well. Okay, let's yes. And we're gonna kind of like make a brand new layer for that, and we're gonna like essentially like try to make it look a little bit less like newer paper, but like older paper instead. Wait a minute, nope. I need another layer to make it like a darker one. Yes. Looks like I'm making a cracker, which is kind of funny. Yeah. And then from there, you kind of just like, you add you add a folder, and you stuff all these little details inside it. And you lower the opacity slightly, and then you take another piece of layer and grab the white to fill in this fake piece of paper. It is actually not as full as it felt like it was. And then you want to like lower the opacity even more slightly here on that one, and then maybe you want to clip that. I've learned about clipping recently. Done pretty okay. 1 minute. So something like that. Wait. And then we do this. We add a folder and we stuff all the poses in it. And I have the idea now. So we're going to stuff all the poses in this folder. And from there, see if I can pull off like just around an hour. That'd be kind of cool. For first recording, that's kind of crazy to me. We put some like Shantae or Dicky if I can get something to work. Small creator. This is the same guy that worked on the other pieces, such as the talk and draw. I guess this would be like the third talk and draw, which is kind of silly to think about, because it's been a bit since I've even tried to do a talk and draw of sorts, with any kind at all. And then, wait, no, hold on. We want to go for a brilliant red, brown, orange kind of color. I really like. Hold on. We need to go for a fiery orange color instead. No. We need to go for a like dark burnt orange maybe. You know, kind of like let's add a folder. 6 minutes potentially remaining. Wow, that kind of looks like a syrupy splurge. Okay, so then let's like zoom in a bit. Don't want to zoom in enough that it cuts things off too bad, but and then we're gonna put some like thumbnail text on here because that'd be funny. I'm gonna put in big letters with the not that big of a felt tip pen. Put in big letters. Talk. So let's be silly here, and we're gonna use silly words here. spelled talk wrong. We're going to give us a 3. I'm going to call it draw. Because I think that'd be funny to work with. Okay, hold on. Let's fix the layout of that. Draw. Oh no, don't change that. Let's actually fix the 3. That's an and sign, really. That's what it's supposed to be. And let's go with draw. Yeah. And from there, you kind of just like, you can actually do perspective shifting. That might be a cool idea. I just want to have fun with it, really. And from there, you kind of make it look like an official, like, thing, sort of. And then we're going to, like, clip to that. I'm going to grab out, like, a darker gray. Kind of, like, shade out this stuff slightly. So it just kind of pops better. That'd be kind of funny. I've only just recently discovered the power of clipping. It's been amazing so far. That's for sure. If anything. I'm going to actually put a dot in that R now that I think about it. Is it very messy looking? Absolutely. I'm having fun now. That's really all that matters with your art. I feel like as long as you're having fun with what you're doing, whatever comes out can't quite be looked at as anything bad or disgraceful. Like, you can't do that. It's creativity. And if you're having fun with your creativity, you're having fun with your creativity. Now, I will say one thing. We do need to shorten that. We need to lower that opacity so it's not as painful as it currently is. And then we need to, like, put down below there in a little, like, smaller section, and we'll call it, let's try out the marker, because I haven't tried that out in a bit. Me again. Poses edition, because I love to be funny like this. This is kind of something I love to do too. Remember, just have fun. Imagination is the key to anything being possible. Just remember. We're gonna put like little spikes on it. If you actually saw this, if I ever actually posted this, which I would hope so, because like that's kind of my plan with this. My plan is to post this up as something. We're gonna pull out the watercolor again, and we're gonna like kind of like stain this little corner here with this little brown caramely spot to kind of like sell the badge over it. We're gonna kind of like lower the opacity so that we can still see the letters behind it, but like we want to not lose the attention to it. I think through this, we just kind of need to like throw the people over everything. There we go. I think from there, we should really like lower the opacity of the purple. And maybe like make another layer and clip to it. And add some like pink highlights to it. That might be fun. Kind of giving it an even more dusty feel. I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully people can read it. They probably may struggle with this. My apologies if so. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised though if that did happen to be the case. Okay, let's raise the amount of racial size. Kind of like sell the chromaticness of the letters there. You know what? I've decided. Beautiful looking there. Yeah. Never mind. We're not gonna remove that. Beautiful. We do need to lower the opacity just slightly so it's not too distracting though. And I think from there, as long as we like do that, and then we probably want to put the talk and draw back up top. We're gonna add a layer there, and then folder. we put it on top. But not on top of the people. The people go on top of everything so we can kind of see them. And we're gonna like, put in a giant pink 3. I'm thinking that'd be a fun idea. So let's go back to brushes. And let's go to the hard dip pen. I'm gonna go like, yeah. And then finally, top it off, let's put in the gray. Somewhere around here, put my signature. That's not it. Okay, hold on. Beautiful. I'm gonna lower that one. Beautiful. And there. Boom. Piece done. So we're gonna kind of go back to gallery. We're gonna name this thing. It's already an hour and 101. Oh, sorry. And from there, we go here and we name it Talk and Draw. No, I'm not gonna pull out the ampersand. I'm gonna stick to the simplicity I stayed with, which was just a 3. Talk and Draw 3. Thumbnail 2. Because this would be my second thumbnail attempt. And there. Look at that. And then from there, what we want to do is save image. And we're going to save a time-lapse video of 30 seconds and everybody can see it. Enjoy, I suppose. Good to relook at things. My feet are falling asleep. My computer already has. It's already nighttime mode on my laptop. That's kind of silly. And I still don't have my Doki Doki running. Because I didn't even, I didn't put up the Doki Doki Literature Club music. I don't know if you can run that very well. I don't know how to, I don't know if that's even allowed. Maybe that's illegal to do, but, it'd be nice to run in the background, but we need to edit that. So I don't know. I don't have the fully. I don't have one for myself, unfortunately. The idea is not to sell it. The idea is I'll probably have to edit it slowly. You may have to speed up or slow down the video to get the true experience. My apologies. I am not able to provide the proper licensing that would be required, I'm sure. So we're just going to view this real quick. I'm going to look on YouTube to my favorite playlist, The Muzak of the Mimic. You should check it out, as well as my other stuff, if this ever does come out. I keep bringing up that point. There's always a chance it doesn't, if I never figure out how to do things. And from there, let's play the Dreams of Love and Literature. So this is odd. I don't know what this does at all. I may be silent. I may have messed up. But we're gonna pause it there. And yeah. After mid-evening.